Hey, what's going on? You know who it is. You know what it is. All right, you guys, peep game. All right, man, it's time to have this conversation about Tom Brady. Maybe I need to be the one to kick this conversation off because Tom Brady just gets away with a lot of stuff. You know, at the end of the day, what's good for the goose is good for the gander. And we need to start having these conversations, and people need to uh, get this conversation started. Well, I guess I'll be the one to do it. All right, listen, we all know that LeBron James has been criticized over the years, and rightfully so, about basically not caring about championships, but basically stat padding, trying to pad his stats, his numbers, get his numbers up. He wore a t-shirt that said, check my stats. LeBron James has 4 championships, and it looked like he might not ever win another championship again. Now, people will try to hide behind this conversation with Tom Brady. Say, oh, well, Tom Brady's trying to secure his legacy. He's trying to win Super Bowl. I mean, he's won 7 of the motherfuckers. I mean, how much more legacy do you need? Tom Brady holds more than 4 records for a quarterback: passing yards, touchdowns, games played, passing, and completion attempts. And that's just some of the records that he holds. Who knows what other records he holds? So Tom Brady isn't a stat patter? Of course he is. I know people say, well, he's just trying to win Super Bowls. Like I said before, that argument would make a lot of sense if he won maybe like one, but at age 44, 45, still playing. And then after getting eliminated from the playoffs by the Rams, he still hasn't announced whether he's going to retire or not. And it looked like he's coming back. So I think Tom Brady wants to be the first quarterback to throw for 100,000 yards. He's thrown for 84,000 yards. So he's 16,000 yards away from 100,000 yards, which means he would have to play possibly 4 more seasons. That's why he's been talking about he may play till he's 50, which to me, I think that's absurd. But technically, the NFL can't force a guy to retire because George Blanda, I know somebody was going, well, George Blanda played till he was almost 50. Yeah, but he didn't play quarterback full time. He was a kicker. He played other positions. But you looking at Tom Brady, what is there for him to prove? So like I said before, Tom Brady is a stat patter as well. But he hides behind, I'm trying to win Super Bowl. Bro, you won 7 of them. What is there left for you to do? You've done everything that could be possibly be done in football. Once again, 7 championships. Has played in 10 Super Bowls, 5-time Super Bowl MVP. He's won the league MVP 3 times, I think. So what else is there for you to do? Because at the end of the day, it's time to let the league it's time to let the league go, and it's time to let these other young quarterbacks take over and have the game to themselves. And I don't like people comparing Tom Brady to Michael Jordan, because I'm going to do a video about that comparison and how that comparison is complete bullshit. And I'm going to speak on how Tom Brady is getting another pass on something that needs to be brought up more often. And I'm going to tell you once and for all why you cannot compare Tom Brady to Michael Jordan. But yes, Tom Brady, to me, you can consider what he's doing as being selfish, because to me, the league needs to move on. There's a lot of good young quarterbacks. Okay. You got Josh Allen, you got Patrick Mahomes, guys that are still in their primes, that's in their early to mid 20s. It's time to focus on them. Get out the way so we can start talking about those guys more. instead of always talking about Tom Brady. That's the problem. And Tom Brady is an attention whore himself. He's just like, to a certain degree, Floyd Mayweather. He isn't as flamboyant as Floyd Mayweather, but Tom Brady likes it when you continue to talk about him. Like I said, the man is 44, 45 years old. Like I said, he's trying to win Super Bowls. You could throw that out the window. I think that's cap. I just think he's playing to stat pad. Now, if he happens to win a Super Bowl along the way, then okay. But Tom Brady is a stat padder. And that's real talk. They got eliminated yesterday. Okay. What reason to come back? Okay. The reason to come back is to continue to play and continue to, stat pad. Raise your stats. Put yourself in a position where a lot of your records, if not all of them, won't ever be broken, or at least not broken for a long time. And keep in mind, Tom Brady benefited from a lot of the rule changes. His whole career really is based off that tuck rule game. But he went on to blow up in behind it and flourish. But you kind of wonder, where would Tom Brady be if they had, basically let that call stand as a fumble, which it was. But at the end of the day, they wouldn't overturn, you know what I'm saying? They wouldn't overturn the ball. They called it a bullshit incomplete pass. And then, well, the rest is history. But yeah, Tom Brady is a stat patter. And he needs to be called out for that. I don't know what it is about people where they are scared to say this about Tom Brady, but for real, it's time to put that conversation out there. Yeah, Tom Brady is a damn stat patter. But he tries to hide behind that Super Bowl shit. But no, he's continuing to play to pad his stats. This your boy Town Biz. I'm out.